Welcome back with our buddy Bryan Platt. He heads up Jackson County Right to Life, giving us an update on a lot of things, but in particular, we've been very concerned and waiting for the ballot measure to come out. Where are we, bud?
Perry, we're still waiting for the Oregon Supreme Court to release the title, the approved ballot title. And I've got to say, I'm getting a little cynical about the process at this point. It's 13 weeks. It was January 29th that the appeals were filed. A number of different ballot titles have been approved for various and sundry other subjects that'll appear, or at least potentially appear, on the November ballot. But we haven't heard a word. So we're and the trouble is we have a deadline that's immovable. And so every day that goes by makes it more and more difficult to get. We're talking 100,000 signatures, and you start to do the math just on processing that number of signatures in a 2-month period of time. It's tough, but we're getting ready behind the scenes. I mean, work is being done in anticipation of the title being released. So all is. And
what this will be, folks, this is a petition for you to sign to get on a ballot a measure that would stop your Oregon tax dollars for paying for elected abortions in the state of Oregon. Your tax dollars right now is paying for 8 babies a day to be killed in Oregon. And this petition is to stop that. All right, where else we go?
Okay, so just, and friends, pro-life friends, there's all kinds of prayer needs here. So we need to pray that the Supreme Court would be motivated to get the ballot title out. We need to pray for church leadership to allow us to come in to gather petition signatures in the churches. We need to pray, Perry, if we had each of the 98,000 that signed in 2014 take a sheet and get one friend who didn't sign the last time, we would have more than enough. 2 months is no time at all. We could have it done lickety-split, okay? We need to pray for more volunteers, and we're going to talk about that a little bit because we're going to connect that to the picket tomorrow, the big national picket tomorrow. And we need to pray for Jeff and his team because they're under a lot of pressure. They really feel it.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So appreciate prayers for all those things with respect to the petition. Yeah.
Tomorrow's petition.
Yeah.
Or picket.
Picket. Okay. So this is the third in a series of nationally organized pickets against Planned Parenthood. And I got to digress for 1 second because there's a lot of kind of breaking news with respect to David Daleiden and his videos that expose the selling of baby body parts. But we had an incident right here in Rainier, Oregon that connects directly to Planned Parenthood. It made national news last week, and it had to do with a 4th grade class where the parents found that the 4th graders were reading a book by an author by the name of Roby Harris, and the book is essentially, over the top sexually. I mean, for a 4th grader, it's over the top sexually anyhow, but I mean for 4th graders, and they found this in the curriculum in this 4th grade class, and it's deny. Well, the book is called It's Perfectly Normal, and this book is also a resource that the Jackson County Health and Human Services Division uses as a parental resource. It's right on their website. In fact, I actually took a picture of the Jackson County website, and this is their family planning parental resources. It takes 3 clicks to get to this resource. Here it is, Perfectly Normal. And I've complained indirectly to some of the commissioners that Jackson County Health and Human Services is just basically just using Planned Parenthood because it's quick and easy and everything is organized. They've got the funding and everything. But we have no discrimination whatsoever, apparently, that we can put a book like this that's considered basically pornographic in as a parental resource, and that 4th grade kids are seeing it. It just infuriates me. It just absolutely infuriates me. This is Planned Parenthood. The sooner they start with these kids, the easier it is to get them into the fold, so to speak. And it's all fun. It's like these groups, this teen outreach program that we've talked about before. It's get them in, get them involved, have fun. It's very innocuous. There's nothing, and it just slowly and slowly. And eventually, what are they? They're a client for life and an advocate for life. There's nothing wrong with Planned Parenthood. I've had their programs for, a decade, whatever. This is the kids' response. They've seen nothing wrong with it. So when things turn bad and maybe we've got an unexpected pregnancy, guess what? Who do they turn to first? It's Planned Parenthood. So it's a web. And we have got to make the community stand up and say, you're not welcome. This is not acceptable to expose my children to this. And that's what this picket is all about. And, you know, and of course the Daleiden videos kind of brought this whole thing to a head last summer, and there's been two significant things happen with respect to all that I wanted to share with you, Perry. The first was, and this made the news about 2 weeks ago, Daleiden's home was raided by the California Justice Department.
Right.
The Attorney General for California, this Kamala Harris, received $81,000 from Planned Parenthood for her campaign.
Wow.
Okay, no connection there.
Right.
So here she sends her minions into Daleiden's home, and they raid and they seize all this stuff. Perry, David Daleiden was at the Oregon Right to Life State Convention last Saturday, or two Saturdays ago, whenever it was, last Saturday. 27-year-old man. His composure, his comportment was remarkable. This is a man who truly has been blessed and ordained for this mission by God.
Wow.
And we'll recognize that. I mean, that's absolutely it.
Immediate.
And the previous Tuesday, his home was raided by the state of California's Justice Department, and there he is in Portland giving this speech about the videos a few days later. It was an amazing, amazing thing. The results of the raid have, I mean, at this point in time, there's no real outcome to that necessarily. I think it's safe to say that David had planned for this eventuality with respect to having copies of the tapes and things like that. So then he went ahead almost immediately and released a video that had to do with the Planned Parenthood consent form. Now, this is the form that they give to women who have come in to get abortions. And what it is it's an attempt on Planned Parenthood's part to make these women feel like they have something of value to give to humanity by consenting to allow the product of conception to be used for research. And in the consent form, it includes, and I don't have it verbatim in front of me, but it includes something to the effect that the use of products of conception, of course they never use the term baby body parts or anything, have been used to find cures for Parkinson's and whatnot. So it gives this woman, oh, this is fantastic. You know, I'm doing this as a terrible sacrifice, but I'm doing something where I can feel good about my decision. And in fact, there are no cures that have been found for Parkinson's or at any level at this point in time, but certainly not from the use of baby body parts. So this was exposed at this House Select Committee, and I've just got to read this sentence by Senator Sassy, who's part of the committee. As the committee's exhibits indicate, web pages exist where a customer can click on a drop-down box listing every organ in the baby's body for sale. Just click on a brain, a heart, eyes, or scalp, and then select your gestation period, and then proceed to check out, and select your shipment method. We should pause to linger here, and our humanity should be repulsed.
Well, I so appreciate your passion, Bryan, and what's going on here. And folks, this is just some of the stuff, just some of it. I think you mentioned earlier we need to do a series just to expose the web, as you're saying, of Planned Parenthood. But for the minute we have left, tell us about Saturday.
So tomorrow morning from 9 to 11, down at the corner of 8th and Central. Now, we've had up to 200 people there, Perry. We had that last August. I'm appealing to you, rain or shine, we're going to do this picket. If you're upset by what's happening with Planned Parenthood and what, you need to be down there on that street corner. I don't care if it's for a half hour, 45 minutes. Obviously, we'll take you for the whole 2 hours. We need to make a statement on the streets of Medford, Oregon, that Planned Parenthood is not welcome in our community. And this is how the process begins.
Not to mention the fact that the House of Representatives passed the omnibus bill, which funded Planned Parenthood for the term of the president, which is just inexcusable to do that, and then turn around and try to pass another bill that says they were for life. Well, anyway, Bryan, let us know about the petition, how that's progressing. When they're out and ready, we're going to do everything we can to get them out. Pastors, be aware of that. Tomorrow, 9 to 11, 8th and Central, downtown Medford. For those of you in the Southern Oregon region, be down there, rain or shine, bring your umbrella, bring your hat, whatever. and support. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Perry.
All right, we'll see you next time on Focus Today.
I'm Paulina Leiser, producer of Focus Today. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to check our other videos at thedove.us.